Hey everyone, Glimpse here, and today I'm just going to be farming for Scaramouche a little bit, and talking about my opinions on why I think he's going to be a great character. And let's see. Okay. Now, quick talk. Overall, we don't have any information on his damage numbers of like the finalized product or anything. So this is completely speculation and everything, right? Okay. Yeah, but before I get into this really quickly, let's talk about the most recent banners, right? So, a few phases ago, who was it? I'm pretty sure. Okay, so first phase, it was Zhongli a few banners ago, and then the phase before that, or the phase after that, Venti on the first half, and then the next patch, first half, Nahida, and then now I'm not saying anything's official yet, but there's been a lot of speculation on a dream about Raiden Shogun being pushed to second half. Now, that does seem kind of weird, right? Because everyone's thinking, why is that? Why are you going to be pushing all the Archons in the first half of the patch and then switching it at the last second, right? So I'm just coming here to talk about my thoughts on how this is supposed to play out. So first off, all the Archons are kind of supposed to be like a notch above the other characters. And I mean, I think that's fair. They're Archons and everything. And I think they're kind of doing the same thing with Harbingers, where it's like, there's just unique things about each of them that are supposedly pretty solid. Just like as characters in general. Okay, now, here's why I'm kind of sure talking about this, is that it's just so weird that they put Raiden in the second half instead of the first half. Like, why wouldn't they put Raiden with Scaramouche? And like I'm saying, once again, this isn't guaranteed, speculation. But it's just a little odd, and I feel like Scaramouche is going to be a very good character, and I feel like they wouldn't put two characters on the same banner unless one's kind of always going to be bait. Like, supposedly, it's going to be Scaramouche and Ito. Personally, I love Ito as a character, but I know he's not the most meta character, he's not the most played in certain categories and everything. But I don't know. Okay, so in my head, it just makes sense that they didn't really want to put both characters together on the same banner. So, let me show you really quickly. So I feel like they just didn't want to have Raiden on the same banner because she's an Archon and everyone loves her basically. But, okay, let's look at the Wish banner right now, right? So, Nahida, and then they brought Yoimiya back again. And Yoimiya isn't like the most played, most meta character. Don't get me wrong, she's a very solid character. Most people play her wrong, don't know how to play her, do all these things. And they kind of just threw her in there with Nahida, even though Yoimiya just had a rerun a couple patches ago. Right? Because they don't really want both characters to be solid for the weapon banner, because this weapon's kind of overkill in general. This one's very solid as well, but like, they don't want both to be great. So say Scaramouche's weapon and Raiden's weapon. Now, once again, this is a little bit all over the place, but I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like the only reason they would possibly do that is Scaramouche is going to be very good, and they don't want people trying to upgrade both Scaramouche and Raiden at the same time with the weapons. They want you to pull on both. Same thing might also be they don't want you to pull for the new Animo support of Farazan. I think that's how you say your name, I'm not sure. Farazan. They don't want you really pulling for that, and getting C6 Kujosara with the Raiden constellations and all these other things. But I'm saying that's just my opinion. Not really hitting that one. That's fine. But yeah, so there's not too much to go on there or anything. Like I was saying, everything's just like leaked speculation. But I do have pretty good hopes for him, and I do think that, like, I don't remember if I closed this point earlier or if I was just talking, but I feel like I just feel like how all the Archons are kind of like a step up above most normal playable characters. I feel like they're going to do the same thing with the Harbingers. Well, they're not going to make the Harbingers like Archon level or anything, but I feel like they're going to at least be a step up from most of the normal characters. And it's not going to just be like every Archon's broken or anything. Like, Child's a great character. I wouldn't say he's the best DPS in the game or anything. He's a great Hydro Enabler. He's really good at his role. Right? Auto-targeting. Oh my gosh. Okay. But, yeah, so I feel like Scaramouche is going to be really good at something. I have seen videos in a dream. I completely missed that. It's whatever. Oh, I didn't mean to press that. Oh, this is in shambles. Okay, that's fine. I guess here, I'll just kind of try and work my ult back. We'll get the ult ready for next round. I mean, yeah, I have it. Okay. But, so yeah, just good news overall. And I'm farming these because my dream told me that Scaramouche might need these. So, pretty much the only things I plan on pulling, using my next weapons for, not weapons, using my primos for. Okay, so that's where I'm at on these talent books. Pretty solid so far. Definitely need some work on this. But, so yeah, the things I plan on pulling for next are Child's Weapon, Polar Star, which I hopefully get, and Scaramouche. So, I, along with most of you guys, are hoping that Scaramouche is going to be a pretty solid DPS, and I feel like that's a completely reasonable thing to ask for, especially because Sino is kind of underwhelming in general. There you go, that's the better setup. Okay. There's the ult. But yeah, not too much substance there. It's just kind of something I was thinking of, hoping is working out, and just wanted something to talk about while I was farming this. Let me go condense one more. But yeah, so hopefully that means Scaramouche is good. Hopefully that means Farazan is good, and she'll probably be pretty solid with Xiao as well if she has an Anemo support, which is actually pretty good for me because I do love playing Xiao, and I know he's one of the only characters like came out without a designated artifact set, without a support. What am I doing? Without a designated artifact set, without a designated support, and it just, I don't know, it kind of seems like he was released with all these tools missing, like how Hu Tao has Xingqiu, which like wasn't released at the same time, but it's like almost made for her, and then just like so many of these characters, like how Ayato has Yunjin, Ito has Goro, Raiden has Sara. All these characters have lots of like supports that are basically made for them. And it just kind of feels like it was lacking a bit for Xiao. Now, once again, none of this is guaranteed or anything, speculation, but, where is it? But I've got this kind of just sitting here, this bow, and if she does increase damage on attack, which is just a completely wink wink random guess, then that weapon's going to be great. I might level it up a bit more depending on how much I like playing Farazan and how much I feel like she actually benefits the characters. I do love her character design. I think it's going to be great. And I just feel like Scaramouche and Xiao are definitely going to love that. I feel like he's going to be a very solid character. And I don't know, I feel like it's been a while since they've released like a broken DPS or anything. And I'm not saying he's going to be broken, but I'm saying that I hope he's at least pretty solid. I do, like, okay, I love playing Sino. I do think he's slightly underwhelming, though. It's like, as much as I've invested into him and everything, I feel like he should be doing a bit more damage. I say he's comparable to, like, Diluc. Everyone kind of talks down on Diluc. But, I mean, like, same thing with Diluc. I love playing Diluc, but I do feel like he's a bit underwhelming. Makes sense because he's one of the first 5-star characters released in the game. I don't really feel like that should still be going on, like, this late into the game. But, I mean, it's whatever. He definitely got a buff with Nahida. I still feel like he can't compete with, like, Ito. He's definitely lower than Xiao. But, I don't know. There are some scenarios where he works very well. I just don't really feel like he's a must-pull. And I kind of did really want him to do, like, super well. I mean, I'm going to play him either way. I just play who I like. But I'll tell you, like, main thoughts really quickly before I wrap this up. But, overall, Ito, perfectly designed character. Xiao could use a little bit of work, but like I feel like if his plunge attack maybe pulled characters in more, or just didn't knock them back so much, or had like quicker plunges or something, he could be a lot better. He's great character. Love playing him. Pretty solid. Slightly underwhelming. I didn't care too much for him at first, but after fixing up his build a little bit, I ran him on Heart of Depth, and I pulled this here. I feel like after fixing up his artifacts a bit, spending a little bit more investment into him, I think he's pretty solid. And so yeah, and right here, this is 60%, and then once I use all his skills and everything, and swirl with like Kazuha, he's over 100% Hydra damage. So a great character. Child, pretty solid, but it's very situational. So this is my favorite character to play. This is my main that I play the most often. Could use a bit more crit rate here, and I need to fix up his build a little bit, but that's what I'm hoping to get his weapon for. So, because I'm still running him on a 4-star. Pretty solid. Hu Tao, very solid. She's still on a 4-star weapon. I have a pretty good 66-204, so pretty solid. Could do better, but working on it. Slightly underwhelming. I feel like he can do very big damage, but pretty good ratio there that I've been working on. I need a Pyro Goblet for him still, so I just swirl with Kazuha. Same thing. He can do pretty big damage, but he takes a lot of... He's very situational, and he takes a lot of setup, in my opinion. But just by himself, pretty good. Then these are the last two that I'm going to talk about. Razor was the first DPS I have. I kind of took off some of his artifacts. I just started rebuilding him recently, so hopefully we get him back up there, and I'll do a showcase of that. And then Haizo I built when he came out. I have him on Solar Pearl because it looks good on him. That's the main reason. This could do a little bit better, but I didn't invest too highly in him. But I hit over like basically 100k with his E, proper setup and everything. Very solid character, pretty cool. I got his E up to 9, and I'll get these up later. But overall, pretty cool. And here's Razor. Oh yeah, let me show you all the talents real quick. 10, 11, 10. I'm just talking right now at this point because I always kind of like showcasing characters. I'll get this up to 8 soon. I mean, I don't care too much about these. I might get these to 8 and 8 just to like kind of keep the tradition. 8, 10, 10. 8, 10, 10. And then I'm going to double crown these. I just didn't really have the resources. And then these, I'll level them up a little bit. I don't know if I'll crown them because I don't play them as much, but they're just kind of characters I play when I want to have some fun. But I don't really have the resources right now to level up Child's new weapon, Farazan, and Scaramouche. So I might hold off on his weapon a little bit until I build Scaramouche and Farazan. But I most likely make a pulling video for his weapon. So, yeah, not too much else, but yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it. Why did I click that? Yeah, oh, right here. So yeah, a lot of things to pull for. Hopefully I get his weapon pretty early. I'm at 50 wishes here. Let's see, the pity. Okay, so I'm at like 23 pity. 23 pity. Hopefully I get it first try. I've been pretty lucky on the weapon banner, knock on wood. But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it. So just wanted to come on, give my thoughts about Scaramouche and everything, and yeah. Alright, so thank you all for watching, and have a good one. See ya.